Amanda here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm here to share my July journaling Joy collection. Joy stands for Journal Our Year, and I create a collection every month for my Ko-fi members. Before we start, this is vintage blue hues, by the way. Before we start, I just want to explain why I'm a little bit absent with videos on YouTube. I have been in the background working really hard to get this collection out early. I'm doing a Christmas in July weekly series with freebies, so I've been filming and creating for that. And also I'm doing a French vintage journal masterclass, and I've got last month's journal to do, and I'll need to video this. So please don't think that my videos are only about my kits. There will be other things coming, okay? And I'm away on my holidays shortly. Not yet, but very soon, okay? So vintage blue hues. It's vintage, it's blue tones, and it's lovely. And I'm releasing it early because I'm going away, but also I think that parts of this will coordinate with my French Vintage Journal Masterclass, which are private videos, along with another collection and extras that I'm going to be giving my members through July, maybe might run into August, because it's larger classes, okay? So that's why I'm releasing it early. It's beautiful. No AI, not to my knowledge. And, you know, I've used lots and lots of vintage, genuine vintage items and manipulated them and layered them to get the look that I want. Okay, so here's the first page. As you can see, lots of lovely layering we've got wallpapers behind there, and these are vintage. And we've got the bingo card, which I'm loving at the moment. Some vintage book papers there, and there's all sorts going on, okay? It's absolutely stunning. I will link it in the description box below. This is another one, okay? So it's a very collage kind of a vibe, this one, which I quite enjoy doing, especially when it's the more vintage feel, okay, as opposed to a more modern collection that I also have over there. All right, so there we go. I don't like to do only vintage or only more modern themes. I try and give a good mixture. Okay, so check out my Ko-fi, check out what's available, have a look at the members' items, scroll it like it's the Wheel of Fortune, that page, and have a look at all the different varieties of collections. Here's another one. It's absolutely beautiful with this gorgeous bird cage. It's just stunning, okay? Absolutely gorgeous. And if you join today, you'll get access to this. You'll get access to my French Vintage Journal Masterclass, which comes with free papers, which are absolutely stunning. And there will be extra papers given, or extra things in that masterclass that will not be available anywhere else. Okay, so they'll be exclusive to that class. And maybe we can use some of this as well. And then there's another one. I just love it. I love all the layering, and maybe it could give you ideas on layering ephemera, you know, how I've done it here on these pages. The same process on your tags, your pockets, your journal pages. Yeah, okay, beautiful. There's another one. We've got some tatty ripped paper there. Okay, and some little, all of this cherub corner. Absolutely love it. Okay, and we've got some script in the background and some distressing. It's just really pretty, but it's vintage without being brown. Okay, vintage doesn't have to be dark and grungy and brown. It can be pretty and bright and colourful, but these are vintage. This number's taken from a vintage invoice. You know, this swatch here is vintage. This border here is vintage. The vintage images, okay? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And then, so that one's a bit more of a plainer one. If you want them for writing pages, you can print them on the back of these pages. You can do what you like. Don't forget, every page can be reduced in size very easily in your printer or computer settings by clicking 2 to a page or even 4 to a page, and it will shrink them down, okay? Beautiful. Then we're on to the patterns. Okay, and these are gorgeous, really pretty. So they're vintage without being dark and grungy, which is just the right. It's just the right vibe for me. I don't do dark and grungy. I'm not saying it's not nice, and other people don't do it really well because they do it, but it's just not for me. Lovely one there, and we've got that one there, and we've got just a pattern there. So this is the blue that's in a lot of the ephemera, and I've taken it from something vintage. I can't remember where I got it from. And there's another one. There's another one. And another one. And there's some stripes again. If you want this pattern smaller, shrink it to a page and it'll make those stripes smaller. And there's one with some bits of teal in, and there's one with some pretty florals. So if we just look at that paper collection together, you can see that it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, it's really pretty. Okay, they all go nicely together. You've got a nice variety of colourways, patterns, you've got your contrasts, you've got everything. Okay, this on its own is a lovely little collection, and that will be useful for lots of other things. Okay, beautiful. So those are absolutely gorgeous all together. All right, then I've done two just plain journaling pages. Now the camera may well not pick this up. This has got a very pale patterned border in white. Okay, it's almost like what I call a ghost print. It's there, but the camera may not pick it up. Can you just see it? It's lovely, but it just gives it a bit of a lift. So these are your plain journal pages to save you the time constraint of having to tea and coffee dye pages if you don't want to, and you can print them double-sided. Again, print them on the back of the other pages, cut them up, do what you want with them. Okay, these are really nice if you print them two to a page, fold them in half. You've got a coffee dyed journaling card size. Yeah, straight away. Okay, and then this one's the same, except there's a very pale ornate frame in there. Okay, you might not see it. It's got a rose at the top, and it's all, you know, swirly, and it's an oval frame. So it just adds a touch of something on that page. Then we're on to our embellishments and ephemera. So I've done small tags. Okay, because the other pages are quite collage. Okay, if you want larger tags, I figured you could just cut your own. Just cut the pages up and it'll be fine. So I didn't want to waste your paper by giving you the larger ones, so I've given you the smaller ones because I can shrink things down in the right proportion. You can't. And we've got some faux stitching on all of these. They are just gorgeous, and these are a lovely size for larger pockets, but also for smaller pockets as well. Okay, and then here is something that we're going to make, something that I love to do. So we've got a beautiful vintage style floral doily there with lots of different colours, just a pop of colour. Okay, and you've got two. So what we do with these is, if you've watched me make my embellishments before, we cut them out, we cut one of them in half. So we'd cut this one in half and then layer it on there, and you've got a pocket. Okay, and then I've given you these clusters that I've made. Okay, and this little fabric tag with some stitching, and a little tag here. I think I've used this before, so that there's just a nice size to put inside. And these are quite nice size pockets. They are 5 inches. Okay, so they'll fit nicely, or you know, and give you quite a big pocket for your journaling card, journaling page. Okay, lovely. Or you can shrink them two to a page. Cut the doilies out, use them in your clusters, okay? But they're gorgeous. So that's what we're doing with those little pockets, okay? Then here I've made some ephemera to go in your pockets and whatever, you know, or you could use them as journaling cards. And then these fabric tags I've made quite large, and I thought we could take some of the patterned papers. Let me just grab some of the patterned papers, and if we whip them up and layer them and make them tatty, we can make them look like fabric swatches, but it'll be a notebook. Do you get my drift? Do you get what I'm thinking? And then that can slide in a pocket, or you could, you know, add a paper clip to it or whatever, but that's what we're doing with those. We're making scrappy notebooks, and that will be like at the top, and then down here you'll have layers of, you know, all in like waterfall kind of a way of the pattern papers ripped up and distress the edges to make it look like fabric. Okay. Fussy cuts, we've got some of the florals that I've used throughout, and then we've got these little bows, and these are mirror image, but I've sized these bows so that you can cut them out and you can add them to here to make little bowed bouquets if you wanted. Okay, and the butterflies I've just stuck there because I don't like white space. I've given my members so many butterflies, they'd be sick of seeing them, so they're just to fill the space, but you know. Then we've got these fussy cuts. So these are things that I've made. I made the bird cage. I altered this image here, and bingo cards. I love them. I can't get enough of bingo cards, okay? I just love them, but I've added the florals to coordinate with this collection. I know I've given loads of bingo cards out, and I'm not going to say it's going to be the last time because I love them. Bingo cards, guest checks, library cards, they're a staple. Then you've got some watercolour swatches, some numbers, and then these are numbers that you can cut up in sections, the repeats. You've got 15, 22, that one's cut off a little bit, never mind. 15, 22, 42, 53, 62. So you can either cut the individual numbers, okay, or you can cut just a bit of them. And what we can do with these is make large clusters, okay? Yeah. Or you can use them as they are. Stick them in pockets, do what you want with them, but you know, you can build a cluster. See how I've built these clusters here? So I've got a number there, and then on this one here I've put these numbers down the side here. So that's kind of like what you could do with these or use as is. So here are some journaling cards. Again, I have spent quite a long time creating these clusters. So I have added them to the journal pages. I've added them to a tag. I don't think I've added them to a tag, but I thought I'd make journal cards out of them because they're just awesome. And if you look carefully, like I say, it'll give you inspiration if you're not confident with your layering. Okay, we've got pattern paper there, we've got some ripped note paper, we've got a little frame, we've got a photo, we've got a fabric swatch, we've got a dragonfly, we've got stitching, we've got a watercolour swatch, we've got a little label here, a number here and a number here, okay? And combined, it makes for a fabulous cluster. And same here, this one's a little bit simpler. So it can give you ideas of what you can do, as well as, you know, you've got ready, I've already done it for you, okay? So these are fabulous. So this kind of thing I'd probably print on lightweight copy paper. These would be nice on the front of your cover, all sorts of things. So that is this one. And like I say, I'm releasing it early. If you join today, you'll get this collection, all the other collections, and you'll get access to the French Journal Masterclass, which comes with another paper collection and extras. So this month is a great time to join because you're going to get an awful lot of things to play with. So that's it from me now. I'm going to go away and do all of my videos, and I will be back very soon. So I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to follow as well this month my Christmas in July series. So that's going to have some freebies and everybody can have them. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.